Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome to Beyond All Reason. We are here on Esker Creek, a very beautiful map filled with rolling hills, some nice rocky terrain formations, a couple geothermal spots here and there, one over here, one over here. This map is symmetrical, so we should be seeing even play. And yeah, we'll basically be having all the teams duke it out on a pretty fair map here. Something else I want to note is you'll notice all these mexes are going to be right in the center here, or almost all of them. A good portion of the metal, to say the least. And so these mexes are worth 2, and because they're all in the middle here, or they're concentrated here, that means that the fighting is going to take place in the middle. That's the pro. The con of placing your mexes right in the middle here is once one team starts gaining that advantage, so let's say the cool colored team gets around to this side, or to that point, right? That means that they control a lot of the metal on the map, and it's very, very difficult for the warm colored team to come back from that. But we'll see what happens here. Not sure who the victor is. I decided to keep myself spoiler free, and we'll see how that goes. Normally I do spoil myself, but I have not checked this time. So going over the teams here, we have our cool colored team. I'll put the average TS on the screen here. We have Chisato in the dark blue, 46 TS leading the cool colored team. I guess he got rid of his clan tag. I did notice that. We also have MBT in the Hello Clan in the light green, playing Cortex here in the top right as well. So those are our 2 leaders for the cool colored team. A couple other, actually a lot of these players are really, really great here, and ones that I recognize, Shodi, Caliburn, people like that. Over here on the left side, on the warm colored team, leading the warm colored team is going to be our Armada commander in red underscore. I guess that's what we'll be calling them for today. Thankfully, they are Armada represent. We also have Rebel Node here in the yellow, playing Armada as well. So our I might be rooting for the warm team just a little bit, but you know, it's not my fault, right? You understand why. It's because Armada is fantastic. Actually, are they all? No, okay. I was kind of wondering if it was like a faction v faction battle, and that would actually be pretty cool. You don't really see those. I think it'd be kind of unbalanced just because the factions aren't perfectly balanced. You know, with so many units and the way, you know, battles and the economy work, I can kind of see it happening that way. Something else I want to mention before we get into the action is I did enable DPS here, so hopefully you do start seeing that. Let me know if you like that or if you don't. I realize that damage in this game can kind of seem abstract, where, you know, you see the health bar go down, but you're not really sure what's doing what, how much damage, you know, what does 270 health really mean? Because it seems like a lot. If you're talking about other RTS games, they tend to try to keep their numbers small. Beyond a Reason, I guess, has a different design philosophy where they don't try to keep their numbers small. They are making that health pool quite big. Again, for the pawns, 335 health. What does that look like? What's their survivability rate? I hope the numbers on the screen kind of tend to help with that a little bit. But if you don't like it, I will be happy to turn it off. It does help me a little bit, but I've been playing this game for years now, so I don't need it as much. But I figured, hey, for newer players, this might actually be kind of useful here. So we can see how those scouts are able to, you know, take down that grunt. They have less than half the damage, but because there's more of them, obviously they're going to be able to take it out. So just some skirmishes going along down the creek here. This is on Esker Creek. I don't know if I did mention that. Esker Creek, very nice map. I believe it is one of the newer team maps, actually one of the newest ones. And yeah, I'm not sure who made it, but they did a great job. It looks great. Something with Beyond a Reason is it's not like the most graphically realistic game ever. Like I was playing Metro Exodus recently, and obviously that game looks beautiful. You know, Beyond a Reason doesn't look like that, but it does. You know, something it does well is the readability of the maps. Like these units, even if I'm turning off my HUD here with all the fancy colors, clearly stand out from the background, right? I think that helps, you know, the game's readability a lot. Shuriken gonna be coming out there, stunning that pawn. Poor guy. All he wanted was, you know, to look at the fields. Also a very aggressive wind farm right here. That's actually insane from Mr. Angry Strawberry there. Yeah, that's... Don't normally want to put wind farms up there just because, you know, a stray artillery shot and your whole structure goes kaboom, but I'm sure he knows what he's doing, right? 35 TS. Again, this is a very high-rated match. Our lowest rated players are 19 and 17 for the warm color and cool color team, respectively. So definitely not, you know, bad numbers at all. I like what I'm seeing, and I just found this randomly. So honestly, kind of a good pick from the website. You know, what I tend to do is just put in some good players' names, and I'll see what pops up for the team game category. Try to stay away from free-for-all and 1v1 and stuff like that, because 1v1 is kind of stale for me. It typically doesn't leave tier 1. Or the matches that leave tier 1 are exceptions for sure. And when it does leave tier 1, it doesn't stay in tier 2 for very long, which is kind of actually really where I like the game. So you can see again with the health pools here, like 2,000 health for these brutes here, and they're taking some minimal damage from these grunts, able to kind of poke them at range. Unfortunately, those grunts do retreat without getting the pick on that tank there. Might have been a smart idea. Commander here could have degunned if he had the energy, but Caliburn didn't know that he was running out of energy. By the way, our wind speed, a low 3, high of 14, is 13 speed right now, so very good for our wind turbine players, which should be everybody. I'm a big wind turbine enjoyer myself. I'm very opinionated. You know, in general, I have a lot of strong opinions, but, you know, in this game, it's fun to kind of make stuff up, right? So, of course, yes, wind is superior to solar. Who likes solar? It's cringe. It doesn't go down easily. It costs metal. Ugh. Disgusting, gross. Mr. Skag here, as well as MBT, going at it, or about to. MBT going to be swarmed by pawns shortly, question mark, if Mr. Skag is able to micro them, or Mrs. Skag, or they, them Skag. I don't know, so what are the prefixes if you're non-binary? Beats me, not sure, but a good degun from MBT there does clear up those guys, and he now has how many kills on that commander? 11. Yeah, that seems pretty good to me. He's getting some good damage in here. He has grunts of his own coming up to support him, and he's going to be, ooh, look at all that damage. Busting down those brutes. Sorry for the little cut there. I did realize that my cursor wasn't capturing, and I know I did this last video. Nobody commented on it, so I'm not super worried about it, but I did just want to, ooh, nice double down there. I just want to make sure that the cursor is on, because I kind of like it being on. I think it helps with, you know, seeing what I'm pointing to. But both commanders going down there, 1250, sorry, metal each for the commanders. But they are on the warm color side, which means that they might get to reclaim them, but they are very, very pressured. The warm colored team is up on the north side here, so that might be a little bit of a problem for them if they're not able to reclaim those commanders. That's a lot of metal lost on the field. Currently, on the south side, the warm colored team is doing quite well for themselves. On the north side, it's not going so great for them. Hopefully, you know, those commanders might be able to turn it around. AD here, or I guess it's supposed to be a smiley face, or Skag. Hold on. Oh, I guess they just gifted the commander. Going to be reclaiming those commanders right there. So if they do get them all, that would be a nice pick for them. Mr. Underscore here, taking up an offensive position with these Whistler trucks. He is not taking, or I guess, Whistler missile trucks, right? He is not taking any chances with shurikens coming into his, you know, line of sight. He doesn't want to get paralyzed, his commander destroyed on accident. He needs some more energy, though. Yeah, the wind speed is falling down to, you know, the average of 7 there. Not really how the averages actually work. And beyond no reason for wind speed, they tend to trend upwards, thankfully, because if they, you know, if they were a true average, it would be very, very unpredictable for wind speed, and wind turbines would be basically non-viable. Yeah, just because, you know, you won't be able to tell what's going on. So Shody over here, or Shoddy, I put another T there, going for the nice D-gun. The air-lifted comm drop into Red's base there. Fantastic. Love to see it. And that's going to be a big blow for the warm-colored team. Of course, the Red's commander is getting skirmished down over here by some scout bots. Able to save the commander. Maybe just barely, but again, their backline is hurting. Their economy is damaged. They don't have any, you know, unit production. Ooh, they do have a vehicle play in the back. No, somebody else. Sorry. Reds look similar. They have no production. They have very little economy there. Plus 28 metal, but only 278 energy. And of course, they have nothing to use all that economy on anyways. So, not looking great for them. They do have a little bit of an army here, again, with these Whistler trucks. But they're not, you know, they're pretty good value, but they're not good at, you know, kind of reclaiming stuff like that. They're pretty slow. They don't do a lot of damage. Not really what you need to burst down a commander or anything like that. And they are taking a good amount of attrition from these rocket bots, actually. Good job to Caliburn there, a name that I definitely recognize. Chisato pushing up here with Tagad and Yotoniko. Angry Strawberry here, holding in line with some rocket bots, but unfortunately, Yotoniko has rocket bots of their own, and he's also repairing that little grunt there. Oh no, he does go down. He does die. Poor guy. We'll remember him forever. Skag is able to retake the position up there, but I guess, you know, his army's back here trying to support Pelican and not able to do any flanking maneuvers, which I think might actually be a little bit more useful. Kind of strike fear into the hearts of the cool-colored enemies, as I think that there might be encircled there. I think would be more of a useful play than letting them sit back here, but of course, I imagine they're worried about their bases getting attacked by a full cool-colored team army there, so... Shoddy's still back here. I mean, they are going to be going down quite shortly because of all these yellow rocket bots from Rebel Node. Ooh, does cloak, though. And is good, sitting good energy-wise. But yeah, they will be going down there. The rockets were too much for them. Nice little explosion there. So that's 3 commanders down. Of course, none of these were reclaimed. They're actually both, or they were both reclaimed. None of them resurrected. But it's going to be 6v6 for the commanders. Which, yeah, it's pretty balanced so far. 10 minutes into the game. Expecting to see some T2 shortly. I would imagine those labs are going to start popping up. Question mark for our larger, or you know, our more skilled players, but looks like they are actually just ecoing for now. Oh no, we are seeing this T2 mech, so T2 units will join the field shortly in a couple minutes here, if that's your thing, which it's my thing. I love T2 unit battles here. To God, getting pressured by these brutes here in the, you know, north center. I guess actually this is more just the north, right? And yeah, Wotoniko's still doing quite well. Commander up there, body blocking shots for his rocket bots, I guess, but you know, rockets don't just go through your own units, so gonna have to be careful of that. But they do retreat their commander behind their lines just a little bit. No comment, able to move over the creek. Rebel Node is putting up a spirited defense against these annoying scout bots, which again did quite a good damage to the Reds commander. And he is supported by these Whistler trucks as well. But the Ponsters decide to rush forward, knowing that it's a Whistler truck army. And I'm going to keep saying Whistle truck, by the way. I know it's not really right. They know it's a Whistle army, but they don't really have the unit count to kind of, you know, destroy those guys, even though they were pushed quite forward. So no, very few of the warm colored players are pushed across the creek. A notable exception being Nukusis. That seems about right. Nukusis. There you go. Anyways, they were doing okay. Getting skirmished down here by Mick Maxwell. Something that they have to watch out for. They tried using walls. Oh, wait, no, that was Caliburn. I was going to say, rookie mistake. Caliburn, I would expect better from you. What's going on? Of course, walls never work. Never trust in your defensive positions. They'll always fall unless you're winning the game. Which, it's really hard to say who's winning right now. I might put my money on the cool color team. In terms of economy, dead even, actually. It actually kind of looks like the cool color team is lagging behind. That, I don't know if you can see it because YouTube, you know, loves compression, but that gray colored bar that isn't quite as filled in is going to be for the reclaim there, so it's temporary income, right? So I think the warm color team is doing a little bit better, but Angry Strawberry going to be going down here because of the Sheldon. So that is our T2 units there at the 12.5 minute mark. Nice to see. Love some Sheldons. Love some big artillery units. You know, the meta, some people say it's stale, myself included, but I always love seeing Sheldons and Fidos on the field. One of the best units in the game, so I understand why they're very powerful, because they're fun to watch, honestly. What's not fun to watch is Shurikens. Get those guys out of the game immediately. Or get them to Armada, you know. Armada needs them. You have to understand. Looks like Skag is preparing for an offensive here. That's what I would be doing. I mean, come on, man. Oh, yeah, manual targeting. It is weird that these aren't firing over here. They must, they are at fire at will. I don't know if their sight line is blocked, or does he not have... Oh, he doesn't have... Wait, no, he does have vision. Yeah, he can... but I guess nothing right there. Do they have a... Oh, they have a jammer. Okay. I see. I'm being stupid. Don't listen to me. Why did you even click on this video? Cool color team is very, very pushed up here if we want to look at our front lines. It's pretty lopsided, but... I mean, Yoto Nico doing quite well. I've never seen this player play. But 48 CS from Russia doing quite well for themselves. Unfortunately, when the Fiends come in, the assault bots against your rocket bots and artillery pieces, it's not going to be too great for you. And if that commander went down, ooh, that'd be a lot. Almost all those units gone, most likely. But it did not happen. It was a good attack, but not quite there for Angry Strawberry. But I guess they're going to be building up for another offensive. Got to get those units out. Yeah, actually making Sheldons right now, I guess they do want the value considering their economy is not in the toilet, but it's suffering for sure. I mean, they don't have these middle map mexes, and I think that might be what turns the battle here. Having these central mexes like Shizado, Yokoniku, and Tagadu, I think that's Yoto Nico, I'm sorry. I think that's going to be really important. Jaguars here for Mr. Underscore. against Mausers. Oh, Mausers not quite able to turn enough to be able to target those guys. And they all go down except for one. When, oh, nice. The advanced construction bot pick as well. Fantastic. And now the T2 advanced vehicle plant from No Comment is in danger of being targeted down by these brutes. Will they be able to finish the job? It looks like they're going for that little construction node there. Down to 50%, 43, 20. Yep, it's going to be blowing up, folks. And there you go. Rough for No Comment. They still have, you know, somewhat of an economy, but yes, again, just like Mr. Underscore a little bit earlier, they have no production. Speaking of Mr. Underscore, he now has an advanced vehicle plant, so he's back on the map, baby. He's actually doing quite well for himself. Oh, before the Centurions killed his commander. That's rough. If you're not going to go down to the scouts, I guess Centurions are a good way to go. We need a Roman skin for the Centurions, unlike the Ides of March Day. Sometimes they do fun skins like that. Another commander going down here. That's going to be No Comment there. Okay, looks like he pushed up a little bit too far there. And coinciding with his base being destroyed, it's going to be a little bit rough trying to get units out there to protect his commander. So, a little bit of a revenge strike for Mr. Underscore. Good job there. Yoto Nico also in danger of being destroyed here by these hounds. But where is Rebel Node going? No, go back, go back. Angry Strawberry still just barely defending here, but he has a lot of reclaim left on the field, man. Ooh, 4,500. Those are the numbers you'd like to see right in front of your base. And considering he didn't really lose any production, he did lose some economy, of course. But no production, he is actually sitting in quite a good spot there. I mean, you know, considering what he just went through, the ordeal. Scorched Earth Tactics against Yoto Niku, who is still alive, by the way. That's insane, man. Oh, that would hurt to watch, unfortunately. I don't think Rebel Node might have just selected them for the minimap, or he didn't really see what was going on there. But yeah, killing commanders is always a good idea. Oh no, flamethrower turrets activating against with the pyros there. And is that wind farm going down? Ooh, nope, just barely. Just barely saved itself from explosion there. And also this one has not met the fate that I thought it would, but it's not fully built yet either, so we'll see. I mean, it'll probably be destroyed before the end, right? I can't imagine. Wind farms don't have long survivability rates, even if you are on the winning side. These hounds here taking a beating from the Sheldons there. Sheldons do have the better range, 850 versus 650, but hounds, of course, fire faster. I don't know the damage. I mean, the DPS is going to be pretty much the same, I think. Oh, they have higher DPS. Okay. I don't know per shot damage, though, which is actually also an important statistic for sure. So we do have Stormbringer bombers here for Mr. Skag. Going to be going for that air attack there, and we don't really have a lot of air players here. Just one for each side. Shoddy is going to be the air player for the Cool Colors side, but he only has some Tier 1 fighters. Of course, also going against Tier 1 fighters, but the bombers aren't scared by that. They're going to be dropping bombs. That was actually a question. Are they going to be dropping bombs? What's the target here? Looks like it is the wind farms. Okay. For Mr. Yoto Niku. Dude, I'm never going to be able to say that. Which is a good target because they are pushing, all right? And some more wind farms for Mr. Chisato. I wish they were going for a more beefy target. I feel like they could have taken down this geothermal plant if they'd really wanted to, but they didn't. And then fighters from 8D, the smiley face guy over here as well. Not sure what that's about. They didn't have a bomber contingent with them, so maybe just trying to scare them. I'm not entirely sure. MBT here, our player in green, his commander is going to be going down. Going to be reclaimed, actually, by grave robbers from Caliburn. Oh, maybe it was Caliburn's commander. That would make more sense, because MBT is all the way up here. Although he does not have a commander either. Either way, I was going to say, that'd be funny if Caliburn was reclaiming somebody else's commander, but not quite what happened there, it doesn't look like. Anyways, Sheldon's from here. Yeah, you can see this map has really good sight lines. It has these elevated positions like this outcropping here. So it's going to be really, really ideal for artillery. And it's also quite a large map, right? So you're able to kind of defend while you're retreating, which again lends itself to these artillery units like Sheldons, like Hounds, even static artillery emplacements like we saw up here with the T1 gauntlets, which someone is actually mentioning in the pre-lobby. I don't know who that was. I think it was Skag, but they said something true. Definitely an artillery map through and through again. Even though the meta is definitely on these Sheldon and Hound balls, you know, this map definitely still favors them. Quaker, mobile artillery. Love to see these guys as well. Definitely a less used artillery unit for sure. They're not as mobile as like a Sheldon or a Hound. But, ooh, they pack a punch there. 845 damage there. Very nice. Commander going to be going down there. Right in the center. Well, of where the battle was going on, of course. The center is wherever I will it. Wherever the camera is. Right now, I'd say the center is about here. But here, well, that's the center now. And whose commander was that? It's a good question. I kind of wish, like, the gravestone colors aren't super accurate. I don't know why that is, but it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. Also, I'm just a fool. I'm just a petty fool. And if anybody mentions that I'm a fool, well, I agree with them. 16 Stormbringers here for Mr. Smiles. Going to be going for, you know, some construction nodes there. But, yeah, they're going to be facing the end. The same trick isn't going to work a second time. Not really. They did get some initial damage there, but bombers aren't going to be able to fly all the way to the back of the map, you know, uncontested, right? So, the cool color team is learning with their AA emplacements. You'd love to see it. It always does take that first bombing, though. Even in very, very high-level lobbies like this one, they always need that first bombing to really get it together and be like, hey, we need to make anti-air. Otherwise, we're going to be bombed into the ground. Of course, Shazado, one of the best players here, definitely the best FFA player. I think they are top of the leaderboards if my memory serves correct, and if that memory is still accurate, going to be making Chivas here. So I think this is the earliest T3 unit that we see right now. Going to be 20 minutes in the game. You love to see it. 20 minutes and a half. How about that? You can tell I'm a guy who, you know, says he's like 5'9" and a quarter, right? The quarter matters, guys. You have to believe me. A quarter of an inch. There you go. There are a lot of European players in this game, so maybe you don't understand the superior Imperial units, but I'm always here to help a friend out, right? So Skag going to be losing their emplacement here in just a little bit because of some enemy artillery here. The Persecutor, that's also being healed up. Looks like it took some mighty big damage there. Going to be attacking its opponent, Persecutor, which is not being healed nearly as quickly there. Nice couple shots, though. Oh, nice damage there on the Twitcher Combat Engineers. Killing a lot of them. Also, you got to see a little bit of physics there. All my homies love physics. Not the, you know, field of study, but, you know, when the game has things moving around because of explosions. That's what I call physics. I'm a big that kind of physics enjoyer. Good take use here from Mr. Underscore, baiting out those Shiva shots. Shivas are really, really good. They do high damage. They have multiple attacks. They have good range. And they're also amphibious. But the bad thing about them is they shoot quite slow. So when you overwhelm them with low tier units like this, your high tier units stay safer. And yeah, you just bait out the shots. It's good. It's a good use of, you know, resources when you have a lot and you're also attacking. You know, just sending crap at your enemy obviously isn't smart. But if it's to bait out attacks, like again, with those Sheldons there, it's a good idea for sure. We can't push. Ain't that the truth, bro? I mean, they have... the warm color team has broken themselves multiple times on this hill, and they've done quite a good job, and you can tell because of the two commander gravestones right there, but it just has not been enough quite yet. Chizado looking to be the scariest player on the cool colored team. Kind of expected, of course, but I think he's even pulling his weight more than you'd expect just from the numbers. If you're not familiar, he or they seem to be quite a good player here, from what I can gather. Definitely salty, not a player you'd want to be on their team with maybe, but they're good at the game nonetheless. I am anti-salt activist. Activism. Never mind. Wait, we got to make up a new term. Anti-salt coalition. I like when people have fun when they play games. It makes the experience to watch more enjoyable, and it's generally just a good time. It's a hoot, as they say. Catapult there, getting in some good damage, 4 kills, but you also have to factor in the morale drop, right? You may laugh. Oh my gosh. Huge base destruction for our purple player. Very nice there. Nice little push from Mr. Underscore there. You might laugh when I mention morale as being important, but the real life player's morale in the game, whether they think they can win or not, is super important, because once one player leaves, that tends to be just about it for that team. Generally, not always. I've definitely casted some games where somebody left and that team ended up winning, but I think that's definitely the outlier, as they say, not the rule. There you go. Yeah, again. I mean, get Chizado again. He's holding this line. Ooh, look at AA. We do have some strategic bombers, blizzard bombers from Skag again. Skag really going heavy into the air this game. Ooh, are they able to make it to any important targets? Trying to get that geothermal power plant. Do they get it? Oh my gosh. One more bomb drop. Nah, maybe a couple more. Up at, it was at 40% there. That's really rough to see. That would have been huge. You know, taking out some energy. Also getting some collaterals there. Taking out some AA. Maybe even some tier 2 mexes. Something that's fun. Definitely not anything important on the timeline, but something that I wish would be added is you could see like the destruction radius for buildings that get destroyed, or even units, right? Maybe it could be like a toggle or something, because I can't imagine you always want it on your screen, but I think it'd be kind of fun to see there. Anyways, salamanders, medium heat rate, amphibious tanks, one of the new units added. Again, somebody's gonna have to remind me. I don't know if it's on the experimental units pack or if it is in the game now, or like kind of the beta. Because the experimental units is like scav units, not the scav unit pack, the other one. I don't know if they're in the real game yet. I think they are. I know the demon has been added. Someone did mention that to me in a comment, so thank you. If you ever have any information that you think I missed or something like that, I always do appreciate those comments, as long as they're, you know, friendly. Well, they don't even have to be friendly, just matter of fact. I just don't like rude comments. You know, shocker. You never could have guessed that, I'm sure. What do we say? I'm an anti-salt coalition. There you go. Join the coalition. The fee is $5. I have a PayPal somewhere. No, everything's free here. Although I have some merchandise. If you want to buy something, well, that would be cool. But subscribing, liking the video is free if you do want to do that. If you want to support what I do, that's actually the most helpful thing. Of course, I love members and stuff like that, but the free stuff is also quite important, and it's the numbers that count. Just like these Sheldons. Good amount of Sheldons, able to just destroy these sumos, man. And honestly, walking these back, not the play here. Especially because you don't have anything fast to kind of rush these guys. But sumos can take a lot of damage. I think walking them up, but I guess, you know, they're slower than Sheldons, so they can just be kited. But maybe you could be hoping for some kind of building damage, because right now, you're not gaining ground or gaining sumos, right? They're just getting wrecked. But I guess he is trying to move these grunts out to body block shots. Again, a good idea. Definitely worth the metal there. Metal and energy. Energy, kind of an unimportant resource unless you're getting heavy artillery like this late in the game. It's basically infinite. Oh, Skag there. Cloaked right in Chizato's base there. Gonna be going for that D-gun. Takes out the T3 gantry immediately. What other havoc can this man cause? He's getting kind of bursted down by Shivas there. It's going to be rough going for him, but if you can get, you know, oh, yes, awesome. He gets the T2 plant as well. Does go down, destroying even more buildings there. Oh my gosh. Grunts from Angry Strawberry, trying to support, trying to body block. Doesn't work. Commander dies, but that is so worth it. Fantastic push from Skag. I think that was the most W play in this match so far. I mean, yeah. You can see it. Look at the morale. See, this is what I'm saying. So Chizato is a very salty player. Immediately leaves the game. Fantastic play from Mr. Skag there. You do love to see it. Another guy dropping out as well. Not sure who that was. Sorry. Oh, man. You love to see it. Yeah. Giga Chad. I was giggling, actually. No, I wasn't giggling, but that was pretty funny. Good play. I'm glad I actually caught it. You know, sometimes there are these fantastic plays that go on my screen. I don't even catch it. I mean, you know, it is a very like ADHD game. There's so much going on. It's definitely one of the harder games to cast. Like I've been recently watching esports. Oh, cringe. Don't get mad. But you know, like FPS games. I'm like, wow, the commentators on those games. I feel like I could do that. That'd be so fun. They just like, there's like 6 players on the map. All, you know, I feel like I could do it. You only have max like 12 things to worry about. 6 players on each team. But like these games, a little bit more than that. Of course, there's other things that come into play there. But you get the gist of what I'm saying, right? Ooh, welder push. Not going well for Maxwell here. Yeah, I mean, the Salamanders, they have like 2,000 health, which is going to just, be a medium tank. It doesn't really seem like they do that much damage there. Of course, with the heat rays, I think it works like lasers. Don't quote me on this. Where the closer they are to the target, the more damage it does. The farther away, the less damage. That's why you have that damage range. Of course, it could be the opposite. I'm not entirely sure what a heat ray means. It must work differently, right? I don't know exactly how it works, but maybe they're the meta. Pelican also making medium tanks. I don't know if it's because they're just a new unit and people want to try them, or if they're actually good. That'd be crazy if I started casting games and everyone had a medium heat ray salamander. That'd be kind of weird, wouldn't it? I don't know. What can I say? Anyway, so Yoto Nico does take Chizato's stuff. Yeah, nothing to comment on there. I mean, they've proven themselves, again, to be quite a good player. Surprised MBT didn't go for that, especially because I think... Weren't they part of the same clan? MBT and Chizato? I don't know if Chizato's still in the clan. He didn't have the tag again, like I was mentioning. Not that I really care. I mean, clans are always irrelevant, but they're even more relevant in Bar, where one clan is going to be about 50% of the player base once, you know, the hype dies down after... We get some hype pushes here and there from Winner and from Drongo. Always nice to see, but they always do fade out, unfortunately. You know, there's just not the updates, I guess, to hold the players, which is always sad to see. But I did see Beyond the Reason is taking more donations. I've not donated yet. I might consider it, but I have bought some merch in the past, though. So, well, when they had donations down, that's like kind of the only way you could support them. Not sure how much they get from that, but I got a sweater. I liked it. I wear it around sometimes. I wear it to the gym sometimes. Although I don't really like wearing sweaters to the gym. Anyways, nah, taking is overrated. Yo, so true. So true. No, I think you need to take, bro. Your economy is actually doing quite well. Almost 3 aces there for him. But generally just good attacks on the front line. And even though Chizato and our other unnamed guy, who I might have forgotten, did leave, the Cool Color team is definitely not doing bad. Of course, the south side has always been bad for them. Makes sense with Mr. Underscore here. The best player in the lobby. Now and back then, and also the best player on the warm color team is down there, so it makes sense. But also we even had Nikuxis down here as well, which, and you know, he's not like you know, anywhere near the best player, you know, the top of the leaderboard for the warm color team, but he was even getting some pushes in there against Caliber and the like. So great job there from the warm color team. It'll push down here, but they are holding the front. Up here, some scout planes going over for Cool Color team for Mr. MBT. Does he have a nuke or something? Yes, okay, so he does have a nuclear ICBM launcher. You love to see it. There is anti-nuke. Yeah, so that's not going to be getting through. So all those yellow circles you see, that's going to be anti-nuke there. He could still nuke pink space for now, or some spots on the front line here, like Rebel Node is kind of exposed there. But generally, it's a pretty covered map. And you're also going to have to find those nuke spots. Is that just a short range nuke? Yeah, okay. But we'll see. Well, I'll try to keep an eye on it. Again, there's a lot to keep an eye on. But I'll do my best there. See where that missile goes. Most likely, we'll just detonate in the air because of an anti-air missile. Oh no, it is not looking good for the Cool Color team on the south side here. Again, Nikuxis and Mr. Underscore moving forward here with their medium heat ray salamander tank. It won't shoot. Yeah, I don't know what's happening there. Yeah, and that was happening with the gauntlet over there too. Oh yeah, it just had MET and yeah, again I forgot. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember their name. Sorry. Two other players for the Cool Color team leave. Not looking too good there. Yeah, I think it is probably going to be over for our Cool Color team here. Economy wise, yeah, they're losing an economy by oops, sorry. Like over 50%. More news at 10. Yeah. Oh, look at the shadows there. That's pretty good. Pretty good shot there. But this is their last play. Kind of. The charge of the... I don't know. What do you want to say? The strategic bombers. It doesn't really have a good ring to it. They're falling to some flak AA, but the fighters are going to be the main threat. And they don't even drop any bombs there. That's what I'm saying. When you are an air player with bombs... I know you always want to go for stuff in the back line, but let's be realistic. Chances are those bombers might not even be getting there, right? Holy moly. Beamer's going to be transported by abductors here from Mr. Skag. What? What is this play, bro? That's so funny. I love that. Crazy plays on a new map. What can I say? Fantastic. This is why Beyond the Reason is so sick. Now just drop those down, man. Oh, no. Where's he going to be dropping them? This... I think a couple of videos ago, we was talking about StarCraft strats with cannon rushing. Now, this is the real cannon rush. I mean, it is 33 minutes in. Don't look at the timestamp, but that's really funny. Is it effective? No. No. Oh, okay. It gets an APHIS, so that's pretty effective. Shadi there, of course, has left the game already. These are on just, you know, patrol command. Well, This must also be on a patrol command. Do have a Juggernaut out here for Yoto Nico. Honestly, I think this guy's been doing great. I've never seen him play before. Oh, the Beamer's also got an Avis back here. Bro, these Beamers are going crazy. Yeah, this purple player has been doing so good for the Cool Color team. Gisato, of course, also doing quite well. Our MBT guy up here as well. But, I mean, you know, this guy has been doing his own fair share of hard work. I mean, remember, he was all the way pushed up here with the giants of his team going at it against Mr. Rebel Node. I guess they are, you know, it makes sense. They are complementary colors, right? But they're antagonists, so that could have made for some cool screen caps, now that I think about it. Oh, well. Time to re-record the video. Nah, only joking. Only joking. You'd actually be surprised the amount of times I have to re-record videos. Oop. Yikes. Yeah, that is going to be the resign from the Cool Colored team. Hope you guys did enjoy this match. It was quite fun. I actually really enjoyed it. A, it was quite back and forth. B, the Beamer drop was fantastic. Skaggs playing Gisato's base basically sealed the deal. And it was just fantastic. Yeah. Underscore also did. Underscore was probably the best like conventional player. Look at this. Destroyed the most enemy units and defenses. Had the most efficient use of resources. And Rebel Node also getting a lot of destruction there. I think he got that all with Yoto Nico's base with these Razorbacks there. That was fantastic. He did well. But GG to everybody. See, look at this. When Gisato dropped out, I mean, he still had an insane economy. Still was leading by far. But you know, it is always unfortunate to see stuff like that. Damage dealt does go to Mr. Underscore there, and like Yoko Nico as well, also doing fantastic there. Damage received, he's also #1. But anyways, hope you guys did enjoy. I'll see you guys in another video probably next week. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're there. You know, if you've watched a video this far, you might as well. And let me know if you like the editing that I use for this video, if you like the intro, if you like the damage numbers, if you liked, whatever. Or if you didn't like something, let me know, as long as you're civil. Otherwise, I'll cry. Hope you do have a good day, though. Adios.